Hi friends, I am Shiva. In this session, we will discuss subprograms. What is the subprograms? The subprograms is used to solve a particular task. Subprograms is used to solve a particular task. For that, we are using the subprograms. In all database systems having two types of subprograms. There are the first one is procedures, the next one is the function. Procedures may or may not return a value. The function must return a value. Okay. Now, before introducing this procedure, we have to know some things. Why the procedure will be introduced? What is the use of the procedures? Where we need to implement? We have to know these things before learning the procedures. Now see, first is why procedure is used. Okay. Now the procedure is introduced ANSI ISO. The procedure is introduced ANSI ISO. So what is the main intention to introduce a procedures? In the sense, by using the procedures, we can improve the performance of the application. What is the main intention? For introduce the procedures, improve the performance of the application. For that, the procedure will be introduced. And another thing is, by using the procedures, one time compilation and several times execution. One time compilation by using the procedures, then several times execution. How many times you want to execute, those many times will be executed. Okay. Now, by using the procedures, then data will be storing directly in the database. Okay. By using the procedures, data will be storing directly in the database, Oracle database. Now, before we have to know, before using the procedures, which way we have to try to improve the application, try to improve the performance of the application. In this is, before using this process, we are try to writing some programs by using the queries. Then what will happen by using the queries? Then what will happen? We have to know. Now see how to execute the SQL queries. How to execute the SQL queries. So see, usually we are writing some SQL queries in the database. Then data will be going to database and execute that query and return the output. But we don't know what is happened internally, but output will be getting. Correct? So the once we are trying to return the SQL queries, the Oracle will be treating this format. The Oracle will be checking these kinds of formats, then checking one by one stage, then execute the SQL queries. So how the SQL queries will be checking by using the Oracle? So we will learn in this session. Now see, once we are writing some SQL queries, like any SQL query, then internally what will happen? You written the SQL query, try to executing the moment, then what will happen? First checking this stage, syntactically checked. Whatever the query you are written, the query will be written as a syntactically or not. You written the SQL query has a syntactically, then go to in this stage. For example, you did not return the SQL query as a syntactically, then it will return some errors. If you return some syntactically is the correct of the you are written the query, SQL query, go to in this stage. In this stage, check the plan. Plan selected. In this stage, check the plans. What is the plans? In the sense, you have written some queries. The query belongs to either in index, sequence, views, matrix views, create a table. So these kinds of plans. So under those plans, which plans you have written the query? Those plans are select. Those plans are checking. Those plans are checking in this stage. Then after checking these plans, go to in this stage. In this stage, what will happen? After checking the plans, go to in this stage, our SQL queries will be executed. This is the process will be happening in the Oracle server. So now same as whatever the queries you are written on the Oracle server, this every query will be following these steps. Then finally our queries will be executed. So by following these kinds of things of the every SQL queries, our performance will be, our application performance will be very low. So that ANSI ISO is introduced a procedures. So in these procedures, whatever the task we have, the task we will written in the procedures. So when it is required the procedure, when it is required to execute the task, by using the procedures we will execute. So that one time compilation, several times execution. Correct? How the one time compilation, how several times execution, we will learn. Okay, now see. How to execute PL/SQL procedures. Okay, in this stage we will learn how to execute the SQL queries. By using the SQL queries, by using these kinds of SQL queries, the way of the execution process, the performance will be very low. Correct? So that ANSI ISO is introduced here procedures. In these procedures, one time compilation and several times execution. How that will be using in the PL/SQL programs we will learn. Now see. So whatever the task we have, that task we will write with form of procedures. In the procedures we will submitting into Oracle server. The Oracle server will be treat this same format. First it will be checking syntactically checked. You written the procedure as a syntactically or not. If you are written the procedure as a syntactically, then go to in this stage. But you did not written the procedures as a syntactically, now it will return here some errors. Okay, if it is correct, now go to in this stage. In this stage, then what will happen? Here check the some plans. You written the procedures or functions or triggers or packages. So the plan will be selected. After selecting the plan, go to in the cache. In the cache, this cache memory is available in the Oracle database. First time compilation, the program will be storing into cache memory area. first term compilation program will be storing into cache memory area. This cache memory area is available in Oracle database. Okay. Now, after storing in this cache memory area, then go to in this stage. In this stage, our query will be, or procedure will be executed. Okay. The same procedures I want to re-execute. Then what will happen? These two steps, this syntactically and planned, these two steps are skipped directly. The previously you already compiled the compilation program that, or you already compiled the same program will be retrieving from the cache memory area from executing the procedures. So that one time compilation, several times execution. How many times you want to take? Directly take the program from the cache memory area and executing on that. One time compilation and several times execution. So this is the advantages for using the procedures. So by using this kinds of process, our application performance will be very high. So that ANSI ISO is introduced a procedures to improve the performance of the application. Okay. Thank you friends. The next session we will discuss procedures. How the procedure will be written, the value may or may not return a values. So what kinds of syntax we should follow for writing a procedures, and how many methods we have for executing the procedures, the procedure information which library will be storing. For seeing on that, we will discuss in depthly in the next session. So thanks for watching my classes. If you liked my classes, please subscribe my channel and share and likes and comments.